Growing up as a kid in Chicago is definitely hard. It's safe to say it can be hard anywhere, but what makes it really hard for some is that people like me are very different from the people they see in their corner growing up. In the world we live in today, society can be controlled to act a certain way or socially set by standards. In each city, each culture, each race, we were brought up to do and follow or act a certain way. Parents may want us to attend college, get a job, or live a certain life. This is a life of control, and people like me who are different can tend to struggle immensely. It separates us from the others, and thus we have a hard time and are often made fun of, doubted, or second guessed by even our loved ones. We then feel anxious and feel a void in the inside. We feel like we don't have a voice and proceed to talk to no one, suffering in our own thoughts and ideas because of our differences. This is the feeling of feeling alone. This is where my story begins. No, let me rephrase that. This is where our story begins.
Gonna make it through this time.
I often find that the ones that are alone are the ones with the bigger dreams. Granted, everyone has dreams, but the people alone have a certain uniqueness about what they want in life. This may sound all fine and dandy, but the ones that are alone barely get any attention as is. This can be of many reasons, but it all goes back to one root. The first half of my 18 years of life was great, but as I started shifting around teenage years, a lot changed. I've moved multiple times while in the midst of trying to find myself while fitting in. I also had to see my own parents struggle in certain points and didn't want to bother them because of their own problems. Although I found what I wanted in life, and I had so many creative ideas, I had no one to share them with. No one in school had a passion like me, and when I finally wanted to share my talents, no one, barely even my own family cared, as they were more concerned about other aspects of my life. And it was really rough. I found myself alone. But while being alone, I'm not gonna lie, it was rough at first because I was so focused on being alone. I cried nearly every night, and it even led me into dark depression. It feels rough to feel like a non-existent human being in the world, but after some time, I began to separate myself due to the fact that alone time was starting to help me figure out who I really am. And I know it feels like we are alone, but what if I told you you weren't alone? What if I told you everyone feels this way, and that even the most popular kid in school can even feel alone? Even the most famous people can feel this feeling. Being alone isn't necessarily a bad thing, it is what you do with it that matters the most. What you find as alone can really be the light you need to embrace yourself and even change the world one day.